Raise your hand if you know this problem. You think you're pretty decent at drawing and you can manage to draw a couple of alright artworks, but once every so often you just feel like a complete beginner again. So let's set this straight. How good are your drawing skills really? How good are you with drawing the basics? That's what we are going to test today. Hi guys, my name is Marcel, and we all know in order to draw anything professionally, you need to draw the most basic shapes in order to build it, right? Otherwise, your drawings will look flat and that's not going to help you in the long shot. I think you might have noticed that yourself. So today's video will have a couple of exercises and tips on how to nail these basic shapes and especially what you need to look out for when drawing them. I've set up a whole roadmap with a couple of exercises for you, and I'm very curious about how well you'll be doing with these basic exercises. This video basically covers the first part of my big roadmap video in detail, in case you've seen that already. Again, there's going to be a cheat sheet with some more exercises at the end of the video. And as you can see, this video is heavily edited. Lots of animations, lots of editing. I'm doing this all by myself, and I would really appreciate if you left a like in exchange for this free content. Thank you so much. Now let's grab a pencil and get drawing. Like a sir. This is our roadmap for today, and each stage comes with practices for you to try at home. So once you are able to master the practices I'm showing in the level, you are good to go to the next stage. So let's start at level 1 and learn what you might not wanna do while drawing. Now, the worst beginner habits are chicken scratching and messiness, aka bad line quality. That's a habit you really want to get rid of. Having bad line quality is a crime worse than the German Naruto opening, don't Google it. Take a look at your latest drawing right now. Take out your latest drawing or flip to the latest page of your sketchbook, and no cheating or cherry picking, by the way. Now, let's check for CSI. And by that, I'm referring to your lines, of course. You know, like, are your curves and strokes actually looking like these three letters? C, S, and obviously I. I think especially hair is a really good indicator for C's and S's, but yeah, I think you now can tell what makes good line quality. It also doesn't matter if your art is like shaded or something, as long as you can still make out the CSI lines. And by the way, you should totally get yourself a sketchbook if you don't have one already. Being able to track your progress is priceless. Having this confident boost of seeing your improvement is better than doing crack. Not that I would know what doing crack feels like. Doesn't have to be a good or fancy sketchbook, any book does the job. But in case you're still looking for a nicer option, I did design my own sketchbook last year. The sketchbook is back in stock, so go ahead and check it out if you still need a new one or if you're still in search for a nice birthday present for a fellow artist. Now let's say your line quality isn't really that confident and still looks very messy or like you're chicken scratching. So what you need to practice is to be able to draw clear, concise lines that go from one point to another. I guess now you can tell why it's called line confidence and why it's important. Just keep in mind to use your whole arm and also use simple strokes. The best way to practice this is quantity. So let's go. Practice simple things like circles and squares. Just don't forget to use your whole hand and to keep your strokes simple. And for how long do you need to practice that? Well, until your strokes look like eyes and your curves and circles look actually round. And if that's the case, well, you're good to go to level number 2. So what would be the next logical step here? You're able to draw some basic shapes with nice line quality, so this level deals with basic three-dimensionality. So drawing boxes instead of squares and tubes instead of circles. The ultimate proof that something is 3D is to take your 3D figure and to split it in even halves. That way you can be sure that your drawing has even halves, which means they all have the same volume, which means that they actually have volume to begin with. So first and easiest lesson would be to draw a box and to split that box in even halves. Second lesson would be a bit trickier, and that would be to draw a tube and to cut that in even halves. A shape that's a bit trickier is a cone. You can also draw it in a 3D way, but splitting it in even halves is a little bit harder. These are pretty simple, so the last lesson here would be to combine them. I think a neat way to do that is by drawing a Lego brick. It's basically just a box that has 4 mini tubes on it. And if you're actually splitting the box in even halves, you shouldn't have any problems with placement or proportions here. You don't have to combine multiple different shapes though. If you prefer drawing your shapes in a more incestuous relation, you could always just draw multiple similar looking tubes, for example, and just connect them. That's also a bit trickier and helps immensely with practicing and also understanding your 3D shapes. Give all of these practices a try, and if you're good with all of these, well, we can move on. Now, these were some simple 3D shapes, and that's totally cool, but these have been pretty simple so far. So let's get a bit more advanced with these. Also, if you didn't subscribe yet, I would really appreciate it, by the way. I'll upload a lot more in the future. Make sure you'll ring the bell so you won't miss it. Now, in real life, things aren't always stiff all the time, so let's try and make these 3D shapes a bit more advanced by making them flexible. This will be your next task, drawing your shapes flexible. This challenges your 3D thinking skills even more. Also, don't forget to split your shapes in even halves again as a check if your drawing's actually 3D. This is what it basically comes down to, taking the previous shapes and bending. Like the Avatar. By the way, if you're a really good bender, you could always bend shapes that don't seem flexible at first, like boxes. So don't forget to, again as always, divide your shapes into even halves, especially in this case. It helps to show how these shapes, well, how they bend. Okay, this is where it actually gets tricky, because we're combining everything we've done so far and we're now drawing some advanced shapes. But let's do the easiest advanced shape first, and that would be just rounding off edges. Basically a box with a tube on each side. And that's actually something you're seeing in real life all the time. So rounded edges are something you'll need to draw a lot if you're drawing things with daily life scenarios like comics or manga. There's not much I would have to say about this. I think if you've mastered level 3, this should not be much of an issue. But what about fusing two of the same shapes? Well, this is where it gets pretty tricky, but again, it looks harder than it actually is. The catch here is to, just like before, split this shape into even parts once you are done. This is where it gets really hard, because these twists and turns can be challenging to understand sometimes. Where it actually gets really hard is when you take these fused together shapes and then you bend them. That was the last time, I promise. Anyways, at this point, a couple of y'all are probably thinking this is just nonsense, because these forms look so outlandish and you would never have to draw something like this anyway. But this is a skill most artists need basically every day. Like, if you've ever drawn a skeleton before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you still feel like you're not really good with this and you need to practice a lot, well, do I have a treat for you. Here's a little exercise plan / cheat sheet that you can screenshot for the low price of leaving a comment. It's usually a lot more expensive, but this is a special prize just for you. Comment which level you are on right now and screenshot away. And now if you've mastered all of this or you're just bored out of your skull, you can continue with this video right here where we are continuing with the next level. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Marcel and I'll see you guys next time.